Good morning. Hope everyone's had a nice weekend. I was off Monday, so going back to work this morning. Today's shave is going to be with Gaelic Tweed, which is a wet shaving products. WSP is the brand. I'm going to be matching it up with Italian Barber GIT. And my razor today is going to be my Red Devil. And I'm going to be using, for my brush, I'm going to be using my James Ortega horsehair custom brush. Okay, let me get ready. I'll be right back. Okay, hey everybody, I'm back. Okay, so I've loaded my brush. I believe this should be good. And I've already prepped my face. Okay. So I've been holding off on using this product for a little bit. I wanted to kind of try to figure out what exactly it was. So I did a tiny bit of investigating. So, wet shaving products, this particular scent of theirs was inspired by Martin de Condré's soap, which was based on Green Irish Tweed, the cologne from Creed. Okay, this is not my first WSP product, shave cream that I've used, shave soap, and it performs exactly like the other one. Loads and loads of cushioning, loaded up really easy from the puck. And it's got a really, really nice scent. It's very complex. I'm not quite sure how to explain it, to be honest with you guys. You'd have to look up the scent profiles and see how that's actually created, as far as Green Irish Tweed from Creed. But it's definitely got a fresh scent to it. It's very good. I like it a lot. Just heard my coffee maker go off. So, looks like I'm going to have coffee in a few minutes. I don't know if any of you knew the story behind this razor. This particular razor is a Ran-tan-ko-rus Red Devil, and it was made in 1874. And this was handed down to me. It was not in this kind of condition at all. a friend of the family, very good friend for many years, and his pops passed away, and this was his pops razor, and he gave it to me because he knew I shaved with straight razors, and he knew that I would take good care of it, and I sent it out and had it completely restored to original, and the scales, everything is just beautiful, and it's my prized possession. It's one of my favorite razors that I own. And it's a 5/8 square tip, and it's just a absolutely beautiful razor. And you just can't get razors made like this anymore. You have to take the time to enjoy these razors. This is very nice. This is lovely, this scent. It's a strong scent. But it's not overpowering. But you know, it's definitely know it's there. The soap is very nice and slick. So, slickness, I'm going to give it, for slickness, I would probably have to say after the first pass, at least an 8. And then cushioning, a 9. I would give the cushioning a 9. It's got a nice amount of cushioning. And scent strength, it's got a nice scent strength. It comes on strong, but it's not a strong scent, if you know what I mean. So 8.5, 9 also. Very nice. And all I've been doing with this razor is touching it up on the 12,000 Naniwa with maybe 8 passes on the Waterstone, and then stropping it on the cloth, 15 to 20 round trips on the cloth, and 30 to 40 on the leather. That's all I have to do to keep this blade up. Wow, I got up today and It's freezing. It's freezing in South Florida. It's like 65 degrees. Some kind of cold front came through or something in the middle of the night. So, for anyone in the wet shaving world that does not know who Anthony Esposito is, I don't know if you could see that, but that's got a lot of hair on it. I don't think there's a person in the wet shaving community that doesn't know who the stallion is. He put out a video yesterday that I thought was just fantastic. It was a how to pick your first straight razor out video, and Anthony is very, very known in the community. He buys beautiful, beautiful razors, but also he sells razors and strops for beginner shavers. And he showed from the gold dollar all the way up to custom razors that he owns, to explain the difference between buying your first razor, what you really need to get, what you really need to look for when you're buying your first razor. Straight razor, that is. When I bought my first straight razor, it was a gold dollar 208. That was my first straight razor, and I bought it from eBay and had no idea what I was doing, and picked up a very inexpensive strop and didn't know what I was doing there either, and sent my stuff out to Anthony and got a strop, a much better strop, and got my razor honed by a professional straight razor honer, Anthony, and then saw what a real shave was like with a straight razor that was honed correctly. I since then have learned how to hone from my good friend Len Abrams. And got my start from watching the videos of all the other guys doing it, and then picked up my own technique. Then Lynn taught me, and now I touch up and hone my own razors. But I was taught that if you get a razor, for example, you buy an old razor, they had a bevel put on them at some point. And if they're in pretty good condition, there's a bevel on that razor. There's no need to reset a bevel that's already there, unless that's what you plan on doing to begin with. So a lot of times I don't have to reset the bevel. All I have to do is take it from the 3,000 or the 8,000 and just touch them up. So, you know, I don't know if it's a myth out there or whatever that you have to reset the bevel every single time you get a razor. You don't. A gold dollar, they don't come with a bevel set. The factory bevel is not even considered a real bevel. So yes, you have to redo them from scratch. And I've definitely found that to be a fact. Very nice. But as far as like you buy a Ralph Ost 5/8 or a new razor from a reputable dealer that honed it, they set the bevel, they honed it. All you have to do is keep it up. And if you need to, if it gets dull and you need to touch it up, I just touch it up with a 12K stone and then strop it. I don't feel the need to have to reset the bevel every single time. It's already set. All I'm going to do is take off more steel that doesn't need to be taken off. And again, that's my opinion. You know, everybody's going to have their own opinions as to, there is so many so many opinions out there on bevel setting and honing and which stones to use, and are you a Naniwa na or a Shimakamakimumuma, all these different Japanese nats and natural stones, and it's really confusing to a guy that like me. So I just stick to what I know, what works for me, and I'm not going to be the guy that tries to go out and buy every stone that everyone has and figure out what works for everyone else is not going to always be necessarily what works for you. Well, anyway, that was my shave, guys, this morning. And I used my Red Devil that I had restored. A Razor Emporium, by the way. That's who did my restoration. My brush, just a beautiful, beautiful brush. Horsehair, black horsehair brush, 24 millimeter knot from James Ortega. My soap today was Gaelic Tweed from Wet Shaving Products. And again, it's a takeoff of Martin de Condre, inspired by his soap. And then it was kind of based on Creed, Green Irish Tweed. And then I'm going to finish up my shave with GIT, which is Green Irish Tweed. I believe that's what that stands for, because these two smell identical. They smell absolutely the same. So this is a perfect matchup. And this aftershave is like $7. And so far I've got every single aftershave and soap that Italian Barber makes. And I cannot tell you, they have great scent, long, pretty decent lasting power. I mean, they're an aftershave. They're not a cologne. I don't expect them to last hours, but it definitely is a decent product. And for the money, if you don't have a ton of money to spend on soaps and aftershaves, that's my suggestion to go. And listen, guys, I'm going to go get my coffee. I want you to have a great shave.